Namaskar Moflow. Qigong, Yin, and a regular old slow flow vinyasa. What does it all have in common? Movement. I'm going to combine it all today in a slow flow with a little bit of Qigong warm-up, and then a definite cool down with Yin, holding the poses. I'm a big fan of just chipping rust off the underwear and then holding those poses. So if you've ever done a traditional Yin class, this isn't it. I like to call this rebel Yin or prison Yin, just anything other than a normal sedated sort of sleepy time practice. But before we get into this, I would love for you to subscribe, hit the like button, get those notifications, and if you have any comments or questions, you know where to leave them. So let's get going, and we're going to start with something fun. Grab your tennis ball if you have one, and if you don't, grab something that you can put underneath your feet. Could be a block, could be a tennis ball, wiffle ball. Digging into the plantar fascia. You might have cumbersome shoes or whatever throughout your day. I practically live in flip-flops, so we all have reasons to and why not to use tennis balls, but I would love for you to figure out what feels right for you. Where does it feel good, and how can you make that goodness last? Maybe you're just taking a nice big inhale, and then exhale. Just breathe through it and hold that posture as long as you need to. And if you want to have a little bit of a fun time with it, you can try and pick up the tennis ball with your toes. You can be monkey-like. I used to be able to ooh and ah and wow my students by being able to pick up the tennis ball with my toes, but I'm not able to do that right now. So, speaking of students, oh, I did it. Boom. I am here at a beautiful location, beautiful studio called Solar U Yoga, and the lineage in that style is called Universal Yoga, and it is phenomenal. It's like literally, to me, in my opinion, so literally, next level. Check it out. And I'm doing a class here that is based off of this sort of philosophy, that slow flow and Yin class together. It's like chipping rust off the underwear and then relaxing and feeling good. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, so about half the class is just gentle movement. The other class is holding still. Only a few postures, but when you hold something for like 2 to 4 minutes, you don't really have a lot of time. So let's get to it. I want you to have at least 2 blocks. We're going to keep the blocks with us for the most part, and get used to having them either in your hands or near your hands, whatever it is, but we're just going to, in fact, warm up a little bit, but with our props, with our blocks. Going both ways, whatever kind of motion you can get. And I want you to start to think about being creative and moving. How can you move these blocks carefully and slowly? I'm a big believer in kind of using your imagination. The slower you go, the more intense it is. And like you can almost imagine that you're using a lot of weight. You can be applying pressure as you want, or just gracefully moving. And maybe it's just one block, trying to maneuver, thinking about getting into positions that you probably just aren't in throughout the day. I work on the computer like many of us do, and I rarely find myself in these kind of postures. And one of my kind of things that I like to think about, and not quite a mantra, but some is better than none. Meaning, just that little bit, I've done some sort of betterment for my body. I don't have to go hardcore for 90 minutes. Just move, just gentle move. But we're gonna keep the blocks, again, with us the whole time. You can do cat-cow with the blocks. You can kind of get a little creative. Playing with your body. Like how can you turn? How can you move gracefully? Unhinging. But breathing. And figuring out your best stabilizing grip. I like going this way, just fits me. So you go to the level that you feel safe and that you feel that you can gracefully own the postures. And if you feel that you don't like having them around the whole time, just keep them near. I would still like you to try. And it's fun to just play with the difference in the flat palm or holding on to the block. Inhale your left leg up high in the air. Exhale, step it forward. Drop your left knee, your right knee down to the ground. Fix your stupid sound, your mic thing. Chandrasana, moon pose. Traditional. Remember our buddy the block, we can go more. More doesn't have to be a lot. Some is better than none. Maybe there's even a high lunge involved. Squeezing in and twisting. Maybe you need to adjust a little bit. And I like to try to come out of it the same way that I got into it without missing a spot. Right leg is up. Exhale, step it forward. Drop that left knee, I got it right this time. Left knee down, maybe both blocks up. But we want to make sure that we're digitally balanced. So we're going to put that foot on the block. Inhale is going to lift that spine. Exhale drives you in deeper. Out or up, maybe back. The other option, curling those toes, posting on up into a high lunge. Coming down into that twist. Another fun option is keeping those feet flat. Should have done this on the other side, but just so you know, you can mix it up. You can engage that back ankle and still post up. Into a variation of high lunge. Remembering, we're going to come out of it the same way we came into it. Inhale the left leg up high in the air. Exhale, step it forward. Bring those blocks up. We're going to open up to Warrior Two. Playing with the blocks. Getting long and low. You can exalt your warrior. Come down into a side angle. Reverse warrior. And everybody's party favorite, Warrior 3, or airplane mode, or have those kickstands down, where we're simply going to float back, quarter turn to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Staying as long as you would like to. But we're going to move a little bit. Keeping the blocks within reach, because we might play with this stuff. You might even end up popping a squat. Pulling your bow back maybe, toes are up, swinging back and forth. Now we're just a little bit of a movement. Grabbing our blocks. Quarter turning to the right. Stabilizing. Inhale, lift on up. We're in this twist. We're gonna just make sure the block is stable. Either staying here or hanging out down here, or meet me in the middle. We're gonna just do some hip dips. Reaching. One more. And then we're going to bring it all the way down. Twisting it. And relaxing it. You can also, I don't have the loose hamstrings enough, but to put the block in front of your foot and pull in. Otherwise, the blocks just make great little props. Who knew you're doing yoga, just lounging around? But we got to get back home. So, stabilize. We're going to turn back, lift on up. Placing my block down, sending the leg back. Go through a little bit of a vinyasa of choice. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it towards the blocks. Take a little bit of a step inwards. Inhale lifts on up with your blocks. We're simply going to turn to the front of the mat. It's important to have that stride, a normal stride, so that you can just kind of turn into it and then go right on into a pyramid pose. Flat back is what I need. I can get lower, but then I'm rounding, I'm defeating the purpose of getting this nice stretch in my lower back and hamstrings. I'm going to look forward, step forward, forward, forward. Maybe this is the time you take a sip of water. You can play with a little bit of crow. I've never done this with blocks, so humor me. Inhale the right leg up high. Crack the toes, do whatever you gotta do to feel good. Step it forward, adjust the block. They're mobile, they can go wherever they need to. And if you need to, at any time, kind of reset, you do that. But we're gonna inhale, lift on up into that high lunge just for a moment. Get long and low. Straighten out that back leg. Open it on up into warrior two. Face playing with it a little bit. Warriorness, badassery, that's what I want you to own. We're going to inhale, lift the spine up. Exhale, reach forward as if we're putting the block on the shelf. Inhale brings on up into exalted warrior. It's like we're trying to put the block up super high. Left hand can be half bind, it could be down low. Bringing it down. We're gonna reverse that. So reverse is we're just leaning back. Exalted, we're leaning straight up, reaching straight up. And maybe you're coming down into a side angle of choice. And then we're going to just give that quad a little bit of a release as we float into a Warrior 3, or airplane, or basically like a standing split. But we're going to get poetic. We're going to move. We're going to flow up and go right to that Skandasana. We're going to hit that wide-legged forward fold in a moment, but I want you to keep loosening it up. Working it, stretching it, and dropping it. There. It's time to breathe. Maybe this is the side you need to be higher up on. And if you need a break, anything like that, other options are just reach for those toes, give a nice exhale and pull. So you can move, you can groove, or you can chill. So we're just trying to keep it. Maybe we're twisting back a little bit more this time. Way back behind us. Bringing it on up, slapping it down behind us. Dropping our mic ever again. And then we'll just enjoy that beautiful wide-legged forward fold. Letting out any frustration. Maybe there's other spots that just need a little bit of TLC. Inhale's gonna come on up. Warrior 2. And then we'll just slap that down. Get that twist. Figuring out what you need. Options abound. Leg is gonna lift. Exhale, step it there. Telling you, my belly keeps knocking this thing off. All right. Gotta inhale my left leg up high in the air. Crack the ankle, all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna step my left leg forward. And now, that turning business. Either staying here, kind of engaged, or dropping it down, or mixing it up. Taking the block away, putting it back. And then we'll just drop down. Remembering we can have variations of relaxation. Maybe you need to twist into this a little bit more. Maybe you like to reach forward and grab the toes. As long as you feel that you can get it with no pain, maybe some strain, that's okay. But we got to get home. I'm going to flow back. Twisting on up, resetting that foot. Once you're stable, We do that little bit of a step, easy for me to say. So I'm at a normal stride, and I'm just going to inhale, come on up, turn, pyramid pose, other side. And it's important to try with alignment, try to have a flat back. So if that means that you have to bend the knee just a little bit, just bend it and then come down, or my encouragement to you would be to adjust the block height. And then turning the hips. My right leg is forward, so I want to turn my right hip back. That's gonna bring my left hip forward. I'm gonna look forward, step forward, and reset into that crow. And now the fun part, the relaxation. We've moved, we've grooved, and posture here for you. If you bend your knees over a thick, strong bolster, then keep the knees bent, let the toes drop out however they go, and then laying on your back, adjusting that bolster as you need to, but just simply relax. You've moved, you've breathed, we've been breathing. Now we're going to try and get it all back down to neutral, to a normal. Getting that heat out. One last time. Inhale through the nose. Remember the things that we've done. Twists, high lunge, warrior poses. What are the yin postures that might help relax or make that stuff all feel better? It's going to be different for each one of us. Paying attention to what can be let go of. My fingertips just let go of each other. And then open up the hand again and then just relax it. My hips are supported by the floor, the bolster supporting the knees. So I shouldn't have my hips or my quads or anything engaged. See if you can squeeze it all in and then relax. In a traditional version of this kind of a butterfly pose, left hand would go on your heart, right hand on your belly. Monitoring heart rate, monitoring breath work. on average, staying here for about 2 to 4 minutes. But we're gonna come out of this. And I really enjoy a supported fish. So you can take the block, one of two heights, place it somewhere in the kind of the middle towards the back where you would actually be able to just lay back down on. You know, you're gonna need to maybe scooch it, take a couple times, scooch it, find the right spot so that you can just really push that chest up. Right now I have my knees bent. It takes the edge off the lumbar. Arms out to a giant letter T or extended way back behind you and just relaxing, really getting a big old pec stretch and a back bend. Now, if you can and you want to go next level, straighten out the legs. Your head should be hanging over the edge, but if it doesn't feel good, that's what our other bolster can be. I mean, block or the bolster can be used for. Because this is about the chest and the back, not cranking your neck. Seeing what you can let go of. I just realized that my shoulders relaxed a little bit. I'm engaging a little bit too much in my left hip, my left glute. So I'm gonna just adjust a little bit, move the mud flaps, and see what can be relaxed again. Say it often, 2 to 4 minutes is when I start to notice the relaxation happening, the muscles letting go. Some might feel it in 30 seconds. And then just a nice little easy way to get off of here, just to roll on into a little bit of a fetal position. Typically, I would have you roll the other way because the heart is housed left of center, so we don't want to take any pressure. And then we'll just simply slowly come back on up, adjusting yourself as needed. We've held the spine flat and we've arched it quite a bit. We bent the knees and we straightened them. So we're just trying to unhinge a little bit more. And maybe this is where we take that buddy, the bolster. You can fold it, you can mash it, and then just simply huggy pillow it away. Getting a little bit of lumbar love. Gentle hip opener. Seeing what you can let go of. Yep. Okay, I can't let go of that then. When your mind starts to wander, go back to your breathing. You're either inhaling through the nose or exhaling through the mouth. you're mixing it up a little bit. You're just trying to find a sense of balance, normalcy, peace. So again, 2 to 4 minutes. Another great option is to put, instead of having the huggy bolster there, maybe you find a way to get a little bit higher. And then relaxing down, tucking it all in, rounding, get that chin round, kind of hook the feet so that you can stay rounded. Intentional rounding is totally different than looking at our devices, lounging in the chairs. However long you decide to stay there, it is beautiful for you. And you can also take the time to make sure that you switch sides, trying to be digitally balanced. But for the sake of time, I'm going to skip that. And I want to thank you very much for getting some Yin Yang Qigong on with me, the Badass Moflow. So come and hang out with me if you can on Saturdays at 8:30 in the morning at Solar U Yoga in scenic Kirkland. Yes, the same Kirkland that is Kirkland's signature from Costco. There you go. Anyways, namaskar, Moflow.